2 seconds. That's how long it takes for Ryanair to turn a plane around at the gate. 2 seconds less than their competitors. But in 2020, the airline was burning through €100 million a month, and analysts were writing obituaries for budget air travel. Fast forward to 2026, and Ryanair posted a record profit of €4.2 billion, carried 200 million passengers, and became the largest airline in Europe by market share. How did a company that nearly collapsed become the undisputed king of the skies? The answer is a masterclass in predatory capitalism. Remember when flying was a nightmare? Cancellations, lost bags, and prices that made you consider driving. In 2023, the average European domestic flight cost €180. Ryanair's average fare? €42. That's not a typo. While other airlines raised prices to recover from pandemic losses, Ryanair slashed them. They bet that volume would beat margin. And they were right. By 2025, they carried more passengers than any other European airline, and their market share hit 25%, up from 15% in 2019. But this wasn't luck. It was a calculated, ruthless strategy years in the making. The build started in the depths of the pandemic. March 2020, global air travel collapsed 95%. While other airlines grounded fleets and begged for bailouts, Ryanair did the opposite. They negotiated secret deals with Boeing for 75 new 737 MAX aircraft at a 50% discount, paying just $40 million per plane instead of the list price of $80 million. They also raised €2 billion in debt and equity, betting that the crisis would wipe out weaker competitors. By December 2020, they had placed orders for 210 new planes, securing delivery slots through 2026. Their cost per seat dropped to €28, the lowest in the industry. But the real masterstroke came in 2021. While rivals were shrinking, Ryanair announced 500 new routes and opened 10 new bases. They targeted secondary airports like Beauvais, Paris, and Memmingen, Munich, where landing fees were 80% lower than main hubs. They also slashed turnaround times to 25 minutes, half the industry average. This meant each plane flew 8 flights a day instead of 4. Revenue per aircraft jumped 60%. By 2022, they were carrying 150 million passengers, more than pre-pandemic. But the crisis wasn't over. In 2023, disaster struck. Boeing's production problems delayed 50 MAX deliveries, forcing Ryanair to ground planes during peak summer. They lost €300 million in revenue. O'Leary went ballistic, publicly threatening to cancel orders. But behind the scenes, he played hardball. He renegotiated compensation, 20 planes at zero cost, plus $10 million per delayed aircraft. When Boeing finally delivered in 2024, Ryanair had more planes, lower costs, and a fleet younger than any competitor. Their average aircraft age was 5 years, versus 12 for Lufthansa. Fuel efficiency gave them a 20% cost advantage. By 2025, Ryanair had achieved what no one thought possible. They turned a pandemic into a power grab. Their profit margin hit 18%, higher than any full-service airline. They now control 25% of European air travel, and their low fares force competitors to match or die. The lesson? In a crisis, the aggressive survive. While others hoarded cash, Ryanair bet everything on growth. They understood that market share gained in a downturn is market share kept in an upturn. And they were right. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe. We're just getting started. Next time, we'll reveal how Booking.com turned a travel meltdown into a €10 billion monopoly, and the one mistake that almost cost them everything. Click the link to watch now. End.